Brian, and he's
Hi, Brian. Can you confirm that you can hear us? All right, you're muted, but looks like you're acknowledging you can hear, so.
Can you unmute yourself?
I'm unmuted now. Can you hear me?
Yep,
Good to
we
meet
can hear
you.
you. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Brian, somebody named Brian Coleman worked for UConn for a while. Was that you?
I worked for UConn for 27 years as a building and grounds patrol officer. Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Hello,
you,
Holly.
do you recognize me?
I have to admit, I do not.
Yeah.
Beard then?
Have you worked for the UConn?
I've been at UConn for a long time, yeah.
Yeah. What department?
Well, I was in the president's office, and for the past several years, I've been in political science.
Yeah. Okay. I recognize you. You've been in and out of the library, right?
Yes. Oh, are you in
Yeah.
the library? Oh, were you? Okay.
I was a security guard at the library.
Then I do recognize you. Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of hard now. I look a little different.
Okay, Holly, this is Brian Coleman, who will be nominated tonight by the by the council for the open seat, the David Freudman
Yes.
seat. And
Yes.
Brian will most likely be joining the personnel committee.
Yes.
Holly, can you hear us?
I can hear
I
you.
can.
Okay, good.
Hi, Brian. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Holly. Nice to meet you as well.
Holly
Look forward.
is our HR director and also is the staff person for this committee.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Some of the questions that I was. Okay.
Same questions for both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll modify them.
Yeah.
And feel free to ask any questions you want more some.
So Holly, we got the 5:30 Kevin, and then obviously 6 o'clock. So you'll just have to keep our 6 o'clock in the waiting room basically until, yep.
Yeah. And somewhat with the 5:30, because we do have a little bit of
The business.
Yeah.
to-
Mhm.
business to do. It shouldn't take us
No.
that long once Terry joins.
Mhm. What's that?
Holly, I know it's kind of a goofy thing, and he may not be expecting to be let in early, but technically, because the meeting is open in public forum, we kind of have to let Kevin in, even though he would be the first one. Like, the meeting's open to anybody, and then we start to move people to the waiting room if they're not involved in executive session. So I guess what I'm saying is anybody who wants to get in at the beginning of the meeting, including the other firm for that matter, they would have to be moved if they're already on to the waiting room, but I don't think we can not allow them in when the meeting is opened, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I get.
What I'd like to do, please, do the little routine business about our meeting dates and so forth. Go into executive session just for a moment. Terry and I and Brian and Holly and Ryan just saying how we'll do this, with how we'll ask the questions and so on. Then we'll invite, in this case, Kevin in and proceed. All that should take.
So what I would say, if Kevin hasn't joined, and he probably will, like right at 5:30, because he thinks he's gonna be talking right at 5:30.
Right.
if, he joins and we've already gone into executive session, then don't let him in until we're ready.
Mhm.
But basically before then, you kind of have to let him in.
Okay. Kelsey is at the controls right now.
Hopefully
For
Kelsey's
first,
following all that.
and Kevin's here.
Hello, Kevin. Kevin, this is Ron speaking. Can you hear me? You're muted, but you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
We're going to open the meeting, do 2 minutes of very routine business, go into executive session in which Terry and I will talk about how we're formatting this, and then invite you into the executive session.
Fine, absolutely.
Okay.
So if we lose you unintentionally, log back.
Okay.
The intention is to move you into the waiting room for a very brief period of time, but you never know with technology, so.
I just want to clarify something. I am just an observer tonight.
Yes, you are by our invitation sitting in executive session, but not yet being a member of the council. It would not be appropriate for you to participate in the questioning. So
Understood.
As far as you knew, is Terry gonna be joining?
as far as I know, I've been getting, yeah.
And it's just 5:30 now.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh, there she is. Okay.
Ask and she will show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry, good evening. Terry, let me first introduce you to Brian Coleman, who will be joining us if all goes as expected. Brian, this is Terry Berthelot, the other member of the committee. It's now 5:30, call the meeting of the Personnel Committee to order. First, do we have any public comment? I see no members of the public here making comment. The next item of business is the approval of the minutes, the November 1st, 2021 special meeting and the November 12th, 2021 special meeting. We can take those together and see if anyone has an objection. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the 2 meetings, November 1st and November 12th?
So moved.
Second,
You want to do your second first?
yeah, second that. Any comments?
Just want to note a typo on the
Oh.
top of we have November 12th, 2012. So I
Oh,
just need to.
yeah, with that as a scrivener's
Yep.
error, we can correct that.
Minor correction.
With no comment, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. The next item of new business is the meeting dates for the Personnel Committee for 2022. We received this. Basically, they are, there are as indicated. Does anyone have any questions, comments? Brian, you probably have not yet seen this.
I
And
have not, no.
these are
Basically the fourth
basically
Monday of each
basically
month.
Mondays, which are the days of our council meeting, but this would be the second council meeting of the month.
The fourth.
And for the 2 Tuesdays, they are when we are having council meetings on Tuesday because of religious or other holidays.
Right.
So they are shortly before the council meeting. Can I have a motion to accept these meeting dates?
So moved.
I'll second that. Any comment? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session for responses to RFPs or bid solicitation in accordance with Connecticut statutes number 1206E, 1210B24 regarding the town attorney. Is there a motion?
So moved.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We are now in executive session, and perhaps I should have mentioned this before, or we should have made it as part of the motion. We will invite in the executive session town manager, the HR director. We are inviting as a guest Brian Coleman, who's a prospective town council member. And shortly, we will invite Mr. Deneen, but I'll ask him to excuse himself just for a moment and then come back in.
Do you want me to just log off and then log on when Ryan shoots me a text? Is that the easiest?
If, I think we can park you in the waiting room, but I guess hopefully Kelsey's hearing all that. If that doesn't happen in the next 30 seconds, then yeah, you can log off.
Yes.
Okay, that was a yes, so,
That's from
Yes to log.
Kelsey.
okay.
All right, so if we can put Kevin in the waiting room.
And then also stop recording, Kelsey.
Yes.